My name is Bobby Mitra. I'm the founding executive director of the NEET program, which we launched 7 years ago. And it's incredible to my team and I that this is the 6th such ceremony. I don't think we thought we'll get this far this soon. Thank you, students, for joining it, and thank you for building the program. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Professor Rohit Karnik, Faculty Director of NEET, Tata Professor of Mechanical Engineering, and Director of the JWAFS lab. Rohit, please.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. So it's really a pleasure to be here and to welcome all of you and to see you all here. So welcome to the NEET Certificate Conferment ceremony. And congratulations to all the graduating NEET scholars, also to the parents, family members, friends. Congratulations also to all the NEET lecturers and staff, and thank you to all of our supporters. So you, the NEET scholars, are here because you chose to explore and learn beyond your conventional major, to explore something further than what is required to obtain a program. So you participated and successfully completed the NEET program and are receiving this very well-deserved NEET certificate. So NEET's mission is to better prepare undergraduate students to collaborate across disciplines through immersive and applied learning to engineer a better tomorrow. So NEET is about learning and collaborating across disciplines. It's about hands-on learning and projects, and it's also about community. So you came from different departments and schools and worked collaboratively in teams of students from different disciplines, doing projects, building prototypes, and working on real-world problems. You worked on climate and sustainability, autonomous machines and robotics, building cities of the future, and bioengineered systems. And in doing so, you created thriving learning communities where everyone could explore, learn, and also have a lot of fun. So I hope that you cherish the relationships that you have built as part of the NEET community and stay in touch as you go out into the world. So today, you joined the 175 NEET alumni as you go out into the world. And it's a world of rapid change, incredible opportunities, and also many challenges. And the world is also increasingly intertwined. So major advances in technology and major challenges are no longer confined to a single discipline. They really require putting our brains together and working collaboratively across disciplines towards achieving some common goal. And this demands new kinds of skills, such as the ability to see an issue from many different perspectives, the ability to take a systems approach to understand the bigger picture, and the ability to learn new things and to reinvent oneself. So by successfully completing the NEET program, you have better equipped yourselves with these skills and are better prepared to advance cutting-edge technologies and develop solutions to address some of the pressing problems that we face. Today, we also have a message from Dean Ananta Chandrakasan, which I would like to read out. So I'm not sure it's easily visible to everyone, so I'll just read it out. So Professor Ananta Chandrakasan is the Dean of the School of Engineering, and he is the Chief Innovation and Strategy Officer of MIT. And the NEET program is under the School of Engineering. So I'll just read out his message. Congratulations to the class of 2025 NEET graduates. Today, we celebrate not only your remarkable academic achievements, but also your courage to think differently and collaborate across disciplines. NEET has equipped you to tackle some of the world's most pressing challenges. You're graduating with a set of tools that will benefit you in whatever path you pursue. Your ability to think across disciplines, see projects through from concept to execution, and cultivate a strong sense of community will be invaluable throughout your career. We are incredibly proud of all you have accomplished through NEET, and we can't wait to see the impact you will make in the world. Congratulations again from Dean Anantha Chandrakasan. So, as you go out into the world, I urge each one of you to always think about how you can use your education and privilege of being an MIT alum for the betterment of the world. And I hope that you experience the joy that comes from expressing your creativity and ingenuity in your professional lives. So congratulations and my best wishes for a bright and successful future. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohit. So some of you who are not NEET students might be wondering what NEET is all about. It's a NEET program. So as Rohit showed you, a NEET student earns a degree in their major and a NEET certificate in one of these 4 programs in the usual 4 years. Right? What distinguishes this from any other program on campus is that it's a cross-departmental program. So undergraduates come together from different departments to work together, have pizza, socials, do projects, and that doesn't happen anywhere. It seems like such an obvious thing, but it doesn't happen. Next, please. So the numbers, we have 228 students this year. They come from, they're pursuing 31 majors from 16 departments, 4 schools, School of Computing, 60% are women, 42% come from underrepresented groups, and it's the 4th largest undergraduate academic cohort. Notice my choice of words. NEET is not a degree, it's not a major, not a minor, so we've created a word called academic cohort. The largest, of course, is computer science, course 6. The second largest is mechanical engineering, course 2. Now here's a quick question to the audience. What do you think is the 3rd largest degree program or undergraduate academic program in terms of numbers at MIT? Anyone? As your faculty say in your classes, or those of us who went to class many, many years ago, there's no wrong answer. Physics. Very, very close. Very close. It's mathematics. I know you knew it. It's mathematics, which is not intuitive, but that's what the numbers are. Next slide, please. So I just wanted to thank our sponsors, without whom we wouldn't be here. Boeing, Aurora Flight Sciences, Dr. Sildoma Montero, if you could take a bow, please. They were founding co-sponsors in 2018 when NEET had just kicked off, and it was a tremendous boost. General Motors, also a founding co-sponsor, and they've been with us since then, so thick and thin, so let's give them a clap. And aeronautics and astronautics is home to the Autonomous Machines thread. Biological engineering is home to the Living Machines thread. And the Department of Mechanical Engineering supports us in many ways. So again, thank you to these departments. It really helped us beyond anything. Next slide, please. You've already met Rohit. Next, please. OK. So it's my pleasure to introduce Greg, Dr. Greg Long, the lead instructor for Autonomous Machines and lecturer. Greg.
Okay, so this is my honor and pleasure to present to you guys the Autonomous Machines seniors, and they're going to come up now, and they're going to give you guys a taste of what the the project that they worked on. So come on up, you guys, and after they give a short presentation, I will call out their names individually and I'll give them their certificates. I will say as they're coming up, I've had at least the privilege of being the mentor for at least, I think, 6 or 7 groups now. This is the funnest group, the most inspiring, intelligent group that these guys I'm going to remember for my entire life. So, okay, so we're up for the video? Okay, I'm going to let them give their presentation. You guys can come to the podium as you guys see fit.
There's a clicker here, so if you want to move it forward, backwards.
I have slides later, so does someone else want to start? Okay. So our final senior project this year was in creating a drone swarm for paralyzed surveying. So this would be applicable in like disaster zones or wildfires, areas where you want to get a lot of data as fast as you can. You put out drones and take images and surveil the landscape. So we'll introduce ourselves later, but our team is as shown. So yeah, again, our project objective is to use multiple drones in unison to all take images and stitch an image together with a low-cost solution and coordinating the path and planning of all of these drones. So the first real obstacle was localization. Usually you can use GPS when you're outside, but because we're developing this in an indoor environment, we had to come up with something else. So we also developed a cheap indoor localization using time-of-flight sensors, so a bunch of beacons around the room that we can get the distances between the beacon and the drone, and using some algorithms figure out where our drone actually is in the room in order to command a position to that drone. And then we get into multi-drone coordination.
Okay, so the drones we ultimately end up... Oh, hello. So the drones we ultimately ended up using are called teledrones. We've used these in previous classes, and what we found is that there's no easy way or built-in way to control multiple at once, which was a crucial part of our project because it's a drone swarm. So the hack that we pursued was using a bunch of these ESP32s as proxies that are plugged into the host laptop, which controls everything, and then connected wirelessly to each drone. And we found that this works quite well. Next, for our system diagram, let's take this.
Yeah, so we've been working on this project basically all year, and all of our teammates up here split sort of the different components up into all of the separate modules that you see here. So we had some people working on the image stitching algorithm, a few of us working on sort of the ground station and being able to actually control all of these drones at once, and we also had some people working on sort of the localization and the path planning so that we'd actually be able to tell where the drones are and make sure they're going in the right places. But this is just sort of a diagram that shows all of the different components that we were able to work on throughout the year. Should I take? I'll take. And then so I was part of the image stitching team, so I guess I'll take this slide. So our goal was to be able to parallelize image stitching, and so the idea of that is that you have, for example, a giant map or some area on the ground, you have the drones fly over them and take pictures intermittently, and then whatever pictures they take, you combine them into sort of one larger image or panorama. And so these are sort of the sample images that we would take, so they have some overlap as the drones are flying over, but they're sort of individual pieces or portions of the larger image that we would like to create. And because, getting permitting for drones flying outside in a college is difficult, we did all of our testing indoors. And so this is sort of a printed out map of our MIT campus that we used as our tester. And so we had sort of a lot of different steps in our algorithm that basically when we put it all together, this is sort of the final image that we were able to create. And so you can kind of see some of the edges and certainly along the outside of all of the individual images that were used. And so we're very sort of proud of the fact that we were able to get a cohesive center image there. So, yeah. And yeah, this also worked with sort of multiple camera feeds. So since we were sort of targeting this drone swarm with multiple drones taking pictures, we needed to be able to combine the images of the different drones coming in. And so this is just an example of how we were able to do that with 2 feeds into sort of a merge panorama there. Yeah, and then do you want to talk about the demo?
Sure. So for the demo, should speak for itself. It's a video. So here we have 2 drones. This is a drone swarm of just 2. They're both taking off and taking photos at the same time. And then we'll see on the laptop, which we'll show in a second, that the 2 video feeds are being combined to create a larger image. So as the drones move around, we map out a larger and larger area. And as you might imagine, 2 drones are much more efficient at mapping areas than just 1. And here is that same demo, but seeing the laptop screen. In just a second, you'll see the individual images, and then they'll stitch together. Okay, there we go. So there are the 2 individual images. Then it's the drone stitching individually, and eventually it'll combine into one large image. Yeah. There we go. This is the final result after a little bit of flying around and computation. And as you can see, it mapped out the entire map of Boston, and that's it. Any questions?
I'm going to invite Rohit and invite Greg back to give certificates to our students.
Okay, so I'm just going to announce each student's name. I'm going to hand them their certificate. Then you guys should pose and take a picture with Rohit. I don't know if...
We'll take a group photo at the
we'll
end.
take a group picture first? Okay.
Sure.
After the certificate,
After.
after we're done. Okay, we're trying to do a little bit of coordination here. Okay, the first student is Alan Baranoff.
It's okay.
It's okay. All right, the second student is Xavier Bell. And Xavier, by the way, he's been a TA for me every semester, and I really appreciate all the help you've given to the NEET program. Thank you. The third person is Timber Carey. Timber is known, very fierce competitor. The competition, which you took second, phenomenal competition she had. One of the best designers and programmers, but they're all excellent, exceptional. Okay, the next one is Charles Guh. Okay, the next one is Johan Gallimard. Johan is known for programming. He's one of the best programmers that we've had in our program. I want to acknowledge that.
I can see why Greg really enjoyed this group.
This group. The third one is Audrey. I have also for Audrey, I have to say, Audrey has also been very vocal to the NEET program. She's also has been a TA every semester, and her help has been very grateful, and thank you. Okay, next is Malachi Macon. Again, another phenomenal individual. Okay, Brenda Fernandez. Brenda, come on up, Brenda. Yeah, Brenda is actually from last year's. Brenda's from last year's cohort. So she took an additional year to finish. So now you officially get your And last but not least, Ty Todd, who's also a phenomenal programmer. This guy here, when he took the class, he has the record for coming to class the most. I kid you not, he came to class almost 5 days a week, at least 4 days of the week I saw him in the lab. So, good. Thank you.
We take a quick group photo, and then I'll invite Dr. Mehdi Salek. Oh, I'm sorry. Dr. Nathan Mellenbrink. Confused. Yeah, we can just stand. Two people taller than me in the back. Thank you. Thank you, Gretchen. A hand for Gretchen. Gretchen knows MIT better than anybody else. She's photographed every part of MIT and people. Thank you, Greg, and thank you, AIM team. Actually, you folks should start a startup, given the combination of skills and interests. But anyway, I'd like to welcome Dr. Nathan Mellenbrink, the founding lead instructor for climate and sustainability systems, and lecturer. Nathan.
Thanks, Bobby. And can the students come up and join me? Thank you. Great, come on up. And yeah, perfect. All right, hello everybody. I'm Nathan Mellenbrink. I'm lecturer and founding lead instructor of the Climate and Sustainability Systems thread. Our founding faculty lead is Professor Mike Short, who's away on sabbatical in Singapore, but sends his regards and congratulations to our graduating seniors. The NEET Climate and Sustainability Systems thread provides the necessary training to innovate materials, devices, processes, and network systems to support the imperative transition to net zero greenhouse gas emissions and a more sustainable planet. Oh, sorry, next slide. Does this work? There we go. There's our graduating seniors. Okay. The CSS thread emphasizes decarbonization across our energy and industrial systems while maintaining awareness of the potential for unintended consequences and shifting the burden to other social, economic, and environmental metrics of sustainability. Our thread-specific courses include 22 SO94, which is a capstone class that builds on our 3 years in running collaboration with the National University of Mongolia, looking to help address their coal pollution problem. We also feature a seminar series and an intro to design thinking and rapid prototyping course.
All right, so I'm Brittany. I'm one of the graduating seniors in NEET CSS this year. I'm a course 2, which is mechanical engineering, if you aren't aware. So one of the flagship components and one of the parts of the program that I've most thoroughly enjoyed is the seminar, where we have a weekly lecture series that students can engage in intimate and informal dialogue with guest speakers from industry, governments, NGOs, and startups who are working on the cutting edge of the energy transition. Over the past several semesters, speakers have included Dr. Peter Goddard from Found Energy, Adria Peterkin on environmental justice, Dr. Jordan Kennedy from Indigenous Led, Professor Yet-Ming Chong of MIT Inform Energy, and then many more. The CSS seminar also includes some structural and informal debates, which have been really exciting to do in this seminar, where we talk about challenging topics related to climate adaptation and renewable energy, and it also provides a forum for students to present their own initiatives.
Next slide, please. Oh, got it. Okay. And then another component of our thread is our sophomore level project course, which is called Intro to Design Thinking and Rapid Prototyping. So here's Xavier and Brittany posing in the photo. This subject provides hands-on experiences in creativity, problem scoping, prototyping, system design, and integration, problem solving and debugging, and portfolio design and communication. In previous years, we worked on the collective design and construction of a solar cooking device, which would be capable of collecting energy from the sun during the day and storing it for several hours to use in the evening. However, this past year, we took the class in a new real-world direction by designing and fabricating a functional solar-powered charging station where students can work outside while charging their electronic devices. We briefly installed this charging station at MIT Open Space, as pictured there, this spring, and we plan to install it again at the beginning of the fall semester in the alumni courtyard right outside of 3001. So remaining NEET students, stay tuned for this structure and go out and enjoy it during the beginning of the fall semester. And pictured there is current NEET sophomore, Celestina, who hopefully you all will see here in a couple years as she graduates. So just a bit of an overview of the direction of the thread, and I think it's been a real pleasure working with this cohort, having them in seminar, and we're more, a very sort of, in terms of projects that students are working on, the courses that they're taking, very diverse. And I think what's been really special about this cohort is many of them have worked on very heavy-duty climate projects sort of on their own accord, and they've been able to sort of share that with the rest of the students in the seminar. So a lot of emphasis on student-driven projects, including the new direction for the charging station. So with that, I'd like to award our graduating seniors.
Thanks, David.
All right, first we've got Brittany McHenry. Next we have Alicia Yuen, who I didn't see here. Alicia. Sahar Lohala. Jason Chen. And Xavier St. Hill.
Has to be a little tall. Thank you. Thank you, Nathan. I'd like to invite Dr. Song Song. I think she's not able to make it today, so I will. Oh, there she is. I'm sorry, Song. My mind's out of it today. Dr. Song Song is the lead instructor for the NEET Digital Cities thread, and she's a lecturer of urban science and planning in the Department of Urban Studies and Planning. This was another experiment within an experiment. So this thread is led by the School of Architecture and Planning in collaboration with the School of Engineering. Song, over to you.
Okay, hi. Hi, my name is Song, and I'm a lecturer of the Department of Urban Studies and Planning and also an instructor of NEET Digital Cities program. I'm happy to be here to present the graduates of Digital Cities this year. And first, let me give you a very quick idea of what Digital Cities is about. So as the name suggests, we care about cities, and we're curious about how the digital technology might influence the way we live, the way we interact with each other in cities. There has been a lot of discussion about how the artificial intelligence and things like that might change how the cities in the future might look like. And so we want to explore more of that, and we encourage our students to understand more of this question and better understand this question. And we encourage them to take courses that at both sides of this problem, at the technology side and the social side. So our required course for digital cities include courses in the computer science department and also courses in the urban studies and planning department. We offer courses such as urban history and theory, making public policies, contemporary social issues, and data ethics, because we believe that combining both sides of this topic will be the best way to understand how to deal with the challenges in the city. And for our students who will become the future decision makers, it will be very great for them to make sure that the technology and data will be employed in a way that will always benefit the public. So the digital cities, I think this year we have 5 graduates. Whoever is here, I think some of them have registered, but whoever is here, would you please come up? I think. Great. Esther is here. So would you like to do the award? Okay, thank you. Okay, hi.
Esther is here in person, and Esther is also on the banner behind us.
So
you have a choice.
So the first one, Esther King-Yan-Jun, is our student representative of Digital Cities. She has done so much for our program and has contributed a lot to our program. So thank you for your service and congratulations. Let me find out yours. Okay, second one who is here, Narithya Ranganathan. She's also a very, I think you are also at 11-6 program, right? Yes, I've seen her a lot and a brilliant student of our program. Congratulations. We also have 3 more, and I will read out their names so we can celebrate with them together. Vivian Chinoda. Thank you. And Gabriel Rodriguez Castillo. And Lauren Schrack. Okay, congratulations all of our graduates.
Thank you. Thank you, Song. And thank you to all the DC students. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Mehdi Salek. Living Machines lead instructor and lecturer. And he has a surprise.
I would like to invite Professor Linda Griffith, faculty leader of Living Machines in NEET.
Linda, there wouldn't have been a NEET. So
really. We don't have a huge presentation, but what we try to do is MIT is well known around the world for being the first institution to create a new engineering discipline based in modern molecular life science, to do engineering in and for biology, going from molecular to systems level for all kinds of biological applications in healthcare, but also in agriculture, in materials, and many, many other other applications. How do we as engineers take all of this biological molecular information and couple it with biophysics, biochemistry, things that change in space and time, and learn how to harness biology to make things or where to intervene in a disease process. And this requires then collaboration across MIT with all other engineering departments as well as other departments in the School of Sciences and even in Course 4 and in Sloan. So the ability to take biological processes and make products out of them that are going to help society requires these kind of interdisciplinary collaborations that I am so gratified to see NEET students engaging in, starting in their sophomore year, where they get together in a class and learn how to make microfluidic devices and then go all over campus and apply them to things like understanding nitrogen flux in ocean water in Antarctica. So the students are prepared to go out and make contributions to labs who have no idea how to do engineering of microfluidics. They also work together in teams to bring the diversity of biotech application areas onto campus and help each other develop a professional relationship with industry partners and graduate schools. So we're very proud of the accomplishments that they've made, both in their group projects, but also in their individual research efforts that they pursue in their later years.
Thank you very much. So at this point, we would like to ask all the Living Machines students, class of 25, please come to the stage. And at this part, they want to share some of their experiences, also give an overview of the program from their perspective to all friends and families.
Right, which button? This button? Yeah. All right. Hello, everyone. So today, 5 of us are going to present some perspectives on NEET Living Machines over the last 3 years in the program. So hello, my name is Anand. I'm a senior in majoring in computer science and molecular biology. Within NEET Living Machines, I majored in the immunoengineering and computational biology tracks, and also broadly within NEET, I'm one of the student representatives.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rachit Makamla. I am a senior at MIT majoring in biological engineering with a minor in computer science. And within the NEET Living Machines program, I was part of the immune engineering and computational biology tracks.
Hi everyone, I'm Grace. I'm also a senior in course 10B and 7, so chemical engineering and biology. Within NEET, I am part of the Biotech for Environmental Engineering program, and I'm also serve as a community building officer for the program.
Hi everyone, my name is Z. I'm a senior in biological engineering and biology, and in NEET Living Machines, I'm part of the immunoengineering track, and I also serve as the mentorship liaison for the program.
Hello everyone, my name is David Quabiado. I'm a senior majoring in 6-7, so computer science and molecular biology. I did the computational biology track, and I am the communications liaison as well as a student representative.
So at NEET Living Machines, students start off in their second year taking a class called 20051, which is basically an introduction to NEET Living Machines. This is a 6-unit class, and basically it introduces students to the 6 tracks within NEET Living Machines. Microfluidic engineering, immunoengineering, environmental engineering, computational biology, immunoengineering, and microfluidic device engineering. So the class, every week, there's weekly lectures that sort of cover each one of these tracks, specifically given by distinguished professors at MIT whose research aligns with these tracks, and they give broader perspective on the field. Also, within 20051, it's a very hands-on class. So the class focuses on applying the skills we learn in the classroom into microfluidics. So specifically, one of the projects is designing, modeling, and building our own microfluidic devices. First, we conceptualize the design using CAD software, we model it using computational software, and we build it in the lab. Another one of our cool excursions as part of the class is going to MIT Nano to fabricate our own devices, and there we learn techniques such as photolithography. And lastly, in project teams, we conceptualize our own organ-on-a-chip devices to sort of, for specific disease applications. We met with professors and grad students in labs across campus, and we sort of presented our final designs to the class. So basically, 20051 not only exposed us to the tracks, but also taught us about the design, build, learn, test cycle that's sort of paramount to biomedical research, and sort of allowed us to apply these skills to our own individual research projects in our desired tracks later on in our time in NEET Living Machines.
After 20051, NEET Living Machines students take 20054, Research Immersion, in which each student works in a research lab for over 1 year. And during their research project, they get a chance to apply all the skills that they've learned to 20051 and all of the classes they've taken through their NEET Living Machines track towards real-world research questions. So I was part of the immunoengineering and computational biology tracks. So for that reason, I chose to join Professor Michael Birnbaum's lab in the MIT Department of Biological Engineering, where I had a chance to work on a project that tied these two fields together. So the Birnbaum lab is very interested in studying T cells, which are also my favorite cell type because T cells are arguably one of the most important immune cells in the immune system. They coordinate and direct responses against foreign pathogens that are infecting us. And they're able to do this because each T cell expresses a unique T cell receptor that is capable of binding and recognizing foreign antigens presented on the surfaces of cells. The Birnbaum lab is particularly interested in pairing these T cell receptors with their cognate antigen binding partner, because if we're able to understand which TCRs bind to which antigens, we can understand what goes wrong in dysregulated immune states, such as autoimmune disease, where T cells recognize our own self-proteins and lead to unregulated inflammation. The challenge with this pairing problem is the vast combinatorial diversity of this particular problem. We, in each of us, contain billions of unique T cell receptor clones, and there's trillions of possible antigens. And adding to this problem, current approaches are extremely expensive, laborious, inefficient, and just do not scale enough to be able to capture the true incredible combinatorial diversity of this pairing problem. For my 20054 project, I aim to kind of tackle this issue by building a tool called tCraft. tCraft allows us to assemble and test over 30,000 T cell receptor sequences in a single reaction mixture using modular combinatorial DNA assembly techniques. In order to build this tool, I used extensive computational optimization to design and optimize all of the components used in the reaction. And thanks to this computational optimization, which used a lot of stochastic optimization algorithms, we were able to demonstrate that every single component in the tCraft reaction achieved an efficiency of greater than 99% when tested in vitro. Having built tCraft, we could then use it to tackle very fascinating problems related to disease-relevant questions. So using tCraft, I assembled 3,808 TCR sequences from patients who have vitiligo, an autoimmune skin disease. Thanks to tCraft, we were able to assemble all of these TCR sequences in 1 week's worth of time in a single set of reaction mixtures at a price point that was 70-fold lower than existing approaches, thanks to the optimizations that were done. Having built all these TCR sequences, we could then go in and screen them against a panel of peptide antigens. And excitedly, we found a subset of TCRs shown on the left in the box, which were reactive against melanocyte and skin-associated peptides such as MART1 and PMEL, flagging them as potential promising immunotherapy targets for vitiligo. I'd now like to invite the other students to share their 20054 projects.
As Rack mentioned earlier, T cells are crucial to our immune system, which is why for my 20054 project, I work with Dr. Brandon Dukoski at the Reagan Institute, where we characterize anti-cancer natively paired TCR repertoires, meaning that we isolate cells from patients, characterize the natively TCR chains that are found in their body in an effort to create and understand immunotherapies that can be applied for these patients.
For my 20054 project, I worked with Professor Sangeeta Bhatia in the Koch Institute, and basically my project was delivering drugs locally to the tumor microenvironment using specialized nanoparticles. And basically throughout this project, we applied this drug delivery vehicle to different scenarios, for example, in lung cancer or in cystic fibrosis, where we wanted to do targeted genome editing, and also use machine learning in collaboration with Microsoft New England to sort of optimize these nanoparticles.
For my 20054 project, I was working with George Church at the Harvard Medical School, and it was about evaluating tRNAs, which are like helper biomolecules that help make proteins. And we were seeing how evaluating them on an evolutionary scale, so evaluating them across multiple species, could help us to develop our own tRNAs to create proteins with what they're called non-canonical amino acids. So not the base like 20 that you might learn in school.
Then for my 20054 project, as part of the biotech environmental engineering track, I joined Professor Ariel First Lab in the chemical engineering department, where I worked on engineering a microbe called Shionella onadensis. Essentially, this microbe can produce an electrical signal in response to various chemicals in its environment. And I worked on first genetically engineering this to respond to certain chemicals, as well as perfecting the overall design of the reactor itself, which you can see on that side. So outside of our academic and research interests, NEET Living Machines has a really big emphasis on our community and our culture. So shown in the first photo is an image of the class of 2025 on our last day of 20051. Most of the people that you see standing in front of you right now are in that photo. And we also have a dedicated leadership team that meets regularly in order to determine the programming and the events that we plan for the rest of the community. So in addition to administering a lounge to provide a space for students to meet together and collaborate, we also have hold various events to really build this sense of community in our people. So for example, we hold regular dinner parties at Professor Linda Griffith's home. In addition, last year we began an initiative to host our own awards ceremony. We really seek to emphasize various seniors and other students who have really contributed to our culture. We also hold various academic talks to help our students understand the industry and the different research pathways. This year we had a faculty dinner with Professor Ritu Rahman from Mechanical Engineering Department. We also held in collaboration with MIT Biotech Group an AI and Biotech panel.
In addition to the events that Grace just mentioned, we also have a mentorship program that we run where we match students with mentors across academia and industry. So this program was actually launched prior to the class of 2025 joining the NEET program, but it was unfortunately paused during COVID. And last year we decided to bring it back, which is why in the spring of 24, we launched a pilot program where we matched 10 students with professionals from across industry and different areas, from companies like J&J, Novartis to Celino. And given the success of this program, we launched a FOVE program this past year. Here is a photo from this past fall where we had a kickoff mixer where industry professionals came in to talk with our students about their roles and as well to just offer some networking opportunities for our students. And this semester, we had an end of semester dinner where we had a roundtable discussion where the mentors were able to kind of like share their experiences with the program as well as for students to find their mentor matches. And last but not least, we also host a bunch of industry talks. Here's just a few events where I helped to organize, and over on the left is an event with Dr. Ebro from Novo Nordisk, where he brought in prototypes of the projects that he was working on, where we got to really see and go in depth into the different types of pathways that are available to us as students.
And yeah, with that, we'd like to say thank you so much for listening. And just from a student perspective, I think all of the students here can agree that this has been a really transformative, really wonderful program to be a part of. I've really personally have appreciated all the mentorship I've gotten through, all the industry talks, all the networks and connections, the wonderful letters of rec that Mehdi has written me that's gotten me scholarships. I appreciate it all. And I would say this has been a really transformative experience, this program. So we would like to say thank you. And specifically, we'd like to acknowledge all of these people, Professor Linda Griffith, Betty, Dr. Bobby, John, Dr. Rhea, and Sarah. And we do have a few thank you gifts for John, for John, Sarah, and Betty. And we'll give them out here.
John?
Yeah, first off, I wanted to give one for John. I've definitely known you a lot. I've gotten to see you a lot through a lot of the things that, just talking in 3001. It's been a very wonderful time. And I'm sure we can all appreciate the snacks that you provide for the LM Lounge. Yeah, but I know you're a man behind the scenes, and I can appreciate that. So I was like, it's say you. So thank you so much.
And next, we want to really thank Sarah, if you could come. Oh my God. Sarah joined the NEET family fairly recently, but she has been really transformative and kind of like bringing new energy to the group and always making sure that students are well supported and for doing all the recruiting, all the social events, and for just supporting us overall. Thank you so much, Sarah. And here's a little token of thank you for you.
And then last but not least, we want to thank Dr. Mehdi Salek. So I think I speak for all of us when I say that Mehdi is the heart and soul of the Living Machines program. He is one of the kindest people that I know. He's so receptive to our student feedback. He's adjusted the program for us. He's really given so much to making this program a really big community for all of us. I just want to say thank you so much.
Sure. Professor Linda Griffith, Professor Karnick.
Okay, it's really fun to see this great group graduating, and some of you I know will come back and interact because some people are staying local. I'm looking at you, Rock Mukamala. Rock, I know is going to be in graduate school nearby, so we'll have you come back. Do we do photos? I mean, at the end we do the photos. And Grace Yang, we're very happy to have you around. Alicia Gonzalez. Anand Shamal, congratulations. Anika Wadera. Anika. Ji Liu. Alexandra Volkova. Congratulations. Amina Abdallah. Amina, congratulations. Crystal Yang. Crystal is here. Congratulations. William McTee. I don't know that there's any real order to these. I think they're just randomly, not alphabetical. Mixin Chen. Lana Van Noot. Congratulations. Laboni Santra. It's so fun seeing everybody after seeing you in 2005-1 all those years ago. David Kwabi Otto. And Morgan Gimpel. Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations, will be all fit? Come in front of the podium. Come in front of the podium, please. Linda. Thank you, Mehdi. We are almost at the end of the program. So it's my pleasure to thank a lot of people. I get that privilege. So I'd like to begin by thanking the Student Advisory Committee. And Sarah, where are you? She wasn't formally introduced, Sarah McCullough, NEET Communications Officer. And she's the one who created this. soon after she joined, which wasn't all that long ago, but anyway, she's part of NEET. She said, shall we have an official formal committee that we can interact with? So I'm going to leave it to her to introduce them or call out their names.
Yes, okay, so not all of our committee members are actually graduating today, but we have all of our LM representatives here actually. So we have Ananth, David, Grace, Z, and our DC rep, Esther. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, all of you. We wouldn't have been here without them, right? Okay. Next slide, please. So it's my privilege to introduce Dr. Rhea Lovey, lecturer, curriculum designer. There he is, if you can. Rhea created and teaches a first-year discovery class called the Neat Ways of Thinking, which attracts a lot of interest. Sarah, where are you again? Right here. So Sarah organized this entire program, the artistic part, everything put together. So thank you again for that. In fact, last night I asked her how many have RSVP'd, and she gave some number, and I said we run out of food. She said, I'm taking care of it. I'm already asked John to get some more food in the morning. So thank you again. John? Sarah, ably supported by John in working this out. So I think that's it. So thank you, everyone.